I like turtles. I like turtles. I like turtles. I like turtles. Turtle. I like turtles. 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 Dom beat. Turtles. Dom beat. Turtles. Dom beat. Turtles. Dom beat. Turtles. Turtle. Dom beat. Turtles. I like turtles. I like turtles. I like turtles. Turtle. I like turtles. I like turtles. I like turtles. I like turtles.
All right, what's up, Turtle Riders? How are y'all doing out there tonight? Pretty good? I'm going to go ahead and I've just shared the link to this on the Clarence Woods Emerson page as well as the Turtleboy Sports Forever page. So go ahead and share those up for me. Let's get this audience pumping tonight. I'm also going to go ahead right now and I'm going to share this link on our somewhat new Twitter account. It's been like almost 2 months, believe it or not, on there, knock on wood. I expect to come down any day now, but follow me while you can at Real Uncle TB. Closing in on 5,000 followers there, so that's good. Did Simon Cowell really die? Hold on. Let me go. We live. I'm on Twitter right now sharing this, and I see in the trending topics, R.I.P. Simon Cowell. Did he really die? No. It was a joke. Okay. He didn't really die. So it's just a big joke. Okay. I don't know why this stuff trends on Twitter. It's fake news. All right. Also trending on Twitter, we have the Dixie Chicks have just changed their name to the Chicks because apparently Dixie, which means the South, the whole South is canceled. We're canceling the South. So that's say goodbye to a lot of good things there. Disney World. We won't miss that. The Masters. That's gone. Duke. No big loss. Alabama. No, I mean, I guess college football won't be the same, but we're canceling the whole South. Wyoming's trending on Twitter. What's going on in Wyoming? Okay, so just stupid shit. So they're complaining about Wyoming being smaller than Washington, D.C. Liberals whining about bullshit as usual. All right, anyway, let's see how the audience is looking here tonight. Okay, we got 91. That's piss poor. So let's keep sharing that, guys. Smash that like button for me. Hook it up. And let's get this audience pumping tonight. All right. So, first things up, by the way, we were demonetized on YouTube, as you guys know, thanks to Bristol Blarney, but it has been a blessing in disguise because when you think about, the money that you guys have donated, Google didn't get any of that. They would have taken 30% of that. So they missed out on all that. It's great. So it's actually worked out well. So thank you, Bristol Blarney. Even when you think you've won, you have lost. And she seems to think, by the way, that that her problems have gone away. She's like, oh, I've looked in Leominster District Court and there's no criminal. I called the Holden police about that. And there's nothing happening in Leominster District Court or any courts really, except for like emergency stuff. So that is coming up. They are reopening in July. And that's coming back up. So she's still going to have to answer for hacking into my Facebook account. Turns out you're not allowed to do that. So good luck to her. By the way, so I don't know what it is with her trolls, but I put up this video yesterday that's some Turtle Rider sent me. And let me pull it up for you guys here on the page. Check this out.
Hey, I'll call real quick too.
Press 1 to answer.
100 to what is it? 0 to 100 nigga real quick.
Oh, that's not good. So a Turtle Rider sent this to me clip. I'm like, okay, I'll throw it up there. Whatever. Just, I mean, considering the current climate that we're living in, it seems like dropping an N-word like that is a big no-no. I'm very socially conscious like that, so stuff like that concerns me. So I thought I'd put it up there, call out racism when you see it. That's what I do with Turtleboy. I call out racism when I see it. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter how many kids you've abused or neglected or lost to the state. I'm still going to call you out for it, period. And it's funny because, her trolls must all read the page. Because it's not like I shared, how else would they know it's out there? But it's like an alarm sound. As soon as you post this on there, they all come on here. It's like these fucking losers. I don't know who any of them are. That's the beauty of this all of YouTube. That's why I try not to take comments on YouTube seriously. If you're not going to use your real name, then you're a fucking joke. I can't really take you that seriously because I have no idea who you are. Could all just be Michelle Olsen. Who knows? But anybody that is defending her, like they're all like, it's a song. It's a song. It's a Drake song. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, I must have missed that memo. I must have missed when we as white people were given the free pass to just drop N-bombs, as long as it's in a song. I didn't know that was a thing. So, it is what it is. It's funny though, because they fill the comment section. They come here and they all upvote each other, and they feel like they think they have power. And the trump card that they always pull on me is like, Turtleboy's channel started November 27th, November 2017, and only has 10,000 subscribers. Kate's channel started January 2020 and has 7,000 subscribers. Well, first of all, it's quality, not quantity, right? I would rather have like 100 quality turtle riders, which we have. I have 10,000 quality turtle riders following the channel than any of her loser fans. I mean, you have to be a pretty big freaking loser. We've seen some of the losers that are on there that join their panels and stuff like that. They're fucking losers. I mean, anybody that's entertained by that is a fucking loser. So I don't know what to say. And by the way, I love how they always throw that card out there. You only have 10,000 subscribers. Bitch, I also have this thing called a blog. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but we get over 3 million monthly page views on there now. Yeah, it's kind of a platform too. Sorry I don't have a YouTube channel where I dedicate all my time to, but this kind of just, I like doing this show. I hope you guys like it. It's something different, just something to add to the Turtle Boy repertoire, if you will. Anyway, like I said, so the fundraiser has been shared, I believe, in the comments. If you feel like donating, I will read off any comments that you put periodically throughout the show. Let me go throw it in there one more time in case you guys didn't see it. It is right there. It's kind of a self-funded show at this point, so anything you guys want to donate would be graciously appreciated. All right, so let's talk about the first topic, shall we? Let's talk about where'd it go? The story out of Worcester today, my hometown, and defunding the police in general. This is obviously a hot topic. So in Northampton, they actually defunded the police. Like, they fucking did it. They demanded, and it's a real fundamental weakness of democracy, this whole defund the police thing. Because if you live in a place like Northampton is not a real community. It is this collection of radicals that have all decided to live amongst each other. Right? It's as radical liberal as you could possibly get. We're talking about a place that canceled High Five freaking Friday. Canceled High Five Friday because children of color might be scared to give a high five to the police, even though the whole purpose of it is to build relationships between the community and police officers, and it seemed to work. It's High Five freaking Friday, and they couldn't have it. That's how crazy the people in Northampton are. So. Not every place is Northampton, though. They vote to defund the police. 10% of the budget is just cut. And they announce on Facebook that they've laid off 5 positions, like 3 guys who went through the academy, wasted all that time, probably quit their jobs to do this because they thought they were going to be police officers. All of a sudden, this whole, sorry, guys, you can't be cops because George Floyd, basically. But a bunch of white people in Northampton have decided that you can't have jobs. So you're laid off. You've lost your jobs over this now. So that's good. Anyway, in Boston is more liberal than Worcester. It's like not quite as liberal as Northampton and Cambridge, but it's like, 80% Democrat. And they actually voted not to defund the police. 13 city councils there. 5 of them voted to defund the police. We know a couple of them because I've been over them several times. You have that crazy lady, Michelle Wu. You have that other crazy lady, Andrea Campbell, who got into a tiff with me last week because She's like kind of plotting with this group called Fuck the Police Boston, a bunch of asshole teenagers who went to Marty Walsh's house at 6 a.m. on Father's Day to harass him. That was kind of funny, but I mean, it's like, I hope Marty appreciates that, because that's why you don't pander to these people. Marty and, moderate liberals, they love to pander to these groups and kiss their ass, hoping that they'll be nice to them, but they never are, because Bernie bros are never satisfied. You can't please them. You just have to do what I do and do what conservatives do and just laugh at them, ignore them, mock them. They are here for our amusement and nothing more. But I don't, our guys don't need their votes. Marty Walsh does. So he has to kind of pretend to give a shit about them, pretend that they're not crazy, etc. Anyway, in Worcester's a little bit more sane than these places. I make fun of Worcester all the time, but I'm from Worcester. And how Worcester works is it's the second largest city in New England, believe it or not. And it's like 180,000 people live there. 60,000 of them live on the west side. The west side is nice. The west side, not too nice, but it's like, it feels like you're somewhat in suburbia, but within a city. It doesn't feel that bad on the west side. You don't feel like you're in like a dangerous freaking city. You cross Park Ave, that's where you get the colorful sections of the city. So, but everybody who votes and pays taxes is on the west side. They control the whole fucking city. Like, nobody else in the city votes. So you have to please them. All the city councilors come from the west side. It is what it is. Anyway, because nobody votes in Worcester or in general, I mean, I bet you in most of your towns, nobody freaking votes for board of selectmen and shit like that. Nobody cares about that stuff. You get a city council that's like entrenched, and once you're an incumbent, you're there for as long as you want, basically, until you have a mental breakdown like Mike Gaffney. And the city of Worcester, it's a lot more, it's liberal, but it's not fucking crazy. Like, we're not crazy liberal. We don't elect Joe Curtitones and stuff to be mayor of our city. It is somewhat of a normal city, somewhat. I'd say that, it's got a lot of problems and make fun of it a lot, but there's worse places on earth than Worcester. Anyway, they vote 11-0 last week to pass a budget that increases the police budget. And all these protesters, they start freaking out because they're like, Worcester protesters are bootleg protesters. They see all these protests going on in Boston and real cities, and like, why aren't we defunding the police then too? Why aren't we defunding the police? Bitch, because people here don't want to defund the police. You're not in Northampton, hon. This is not, we're sane here. So they start protesting and demanding things like the Bill Shaners of the world. And finally, Christian King, who is a city councilor right there, and other one, Sarai Rivera. We all know Sarai Rivera now, don't we? Do I even have to get into her? I gotta play the tape. Hold on. Where'd it go? Here it is. Let me pull this up for you. I know we've all heard this tape. Sarai Rivera is one of my greatest foes of all time. She is a district councilor from the shittiest part of Worcester, and she is a fake pastor. She is so ratchet it hurts. She owns a dilapidated church that is a fire hazard and somehow is just allowed to sit there. She and her own sister, like 5 years ago, dimed on her to me and sent me this tape of her. There's voicemail. You got to hear this tape.
Replay.
Sarai left this with her sister.
Raise 7. Save 9. Saved. Next message from phone number 508-579-3015. Received at 4:13 p.m.
So, Cal, this is Sarai. I want you to know that you need to stop talking so much trash out of your mouth. Ten un poco de vergüenza. Yo no sé por qué tú vas a la tumba de mami. So you're an embarrassment. I hope you keep this on a recording. You're an embarrassment to this family. You're an embarrassment to the memory of our mother. You do not even have the right to call her your mother. Pero una vergüenza. Jamás te atreva a hablar de mi hijo. Jamás te atreva a venir a un evento de mi casa. Jamás quiero verte. Okay, yo creo que tú lo entiendas. I will leave you in the hands of God. Y ay, el que cae en la mano de Dios. Ay, el que cae en la mano de Dios. You have come against the children of God. You have come against, and I'm not a hypocrite. Come and face me anytime. Come over 7 Lucian Street. Call me 508-579-3015. If you are women enough because you're woman enough to run your mouth like a rochinchera. You're like Diluvina. You're like all of them. You're a hypocrite. You are one hypocrite. I hope you get this message. Come see me, 7 Lucian Street. Call me anytime. You want to show up in 108 Beacon. Do whatever you want, because I am sick and tired of your fakeness. You are a hypocrite. And yo digo, I call on the words of God that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Go ahead and speak, because they're only blessings. You're going to question my son. You're envidiosa. You're a hater, because your life is amarga. Your life is aborrecida. That's your problem. That you live a sucky ass life. You've been through like I don't know how many men. They call you Titi Ho. Go look at where you are. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror, and then come judge. Then come judge whatever. You have no right. You have no right to go and insult my children, to insult us, to insult God and Christianity. Really, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. You're the one that has been from men to men, from men to men. You've never even set an example to your children. You are so embarrassing. I'm going to tell you right now, come see me anytime. Call me. Call me. Let's see. You can run your mouth. Let's see if you're tough enough. Llama me anytime, girl. Anytime. 508, in case you forgot it, 579-3015, 7 Lucian. Come, you're woman enough to run your mouth. Come and have a conversation. I'm willing to sit and talk to you anytime, because yo me atrevo a coger y llamarte a ti. I'm woman enough. I know where I am standing. Let's see. Give me a call.
Should we call her? I can't. I got her number right there. Should we call her, or is that a stupid question? She left that message for her own sister. I understand we have sibling rivalries. She called her sister TT. You know, my kids call you such a hoe. They call you TT ho. So that's why we call Sarai Rivera TTO. She is a pastor, mind you. This is what passes as a pastor. But she's like Miss Social Justice bullshit. I mean, she's a fucking joke. She's our ratchet city councilor. I mean, her own sister gave me that freaking voicemail. That's how much they hate her. Should we call her? Let's give her a call. Shall we? Let's give her a call. Or is that a stupid question? Okay, we're calling her. 508-579-3015. Here we go. Yes, Papito.
Hello?
Hi, Sarai?
Yes.
Hi, this is Turtleboy calling. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the resolution about the city council.
I really don't have much to say at this time with you.
Okay.
I think you may know why. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a blessed evening.
Okay, bye, TTO. Okay, so that was fun. That was fun. You're so confused. So confused. All right, so that was the first time I ever talked to her on the phone. That was fun. Anyway, that was 5 years ago. So that's TTO. So she's good. She was so confused. She's so confused. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. I should have asked her about the church. I got nervous. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, holy shit, I got TTO on the line. She's going to hang up any minute now. Oh, man. She got nada to say there. Nada to say. TTO. Okie dokie. So anyway, she obviously is one of the dissenters. She's like a fuck the police person. She doesn't want the police in Worcester. Christian King is the other one of the other guys leading the card. Now, Christian King is African American, but this guy went to St. Peter Marion. Like, he went to freaking Catholic school. He did not have, like, come on, stop it, Christian King. Stop it. Like, he's from the West Side. Stop it, Christian King. There he is with Gaffney. That picture cracks me up. There they are together serving on the city council. This guy actually put something on the city council in 2016 on the agenda. Rule 12B, after Gaffney kept using Turtleboy as a source in like city council meetings, he put something on the agenda that said that any material that is profane, contains slurs, or hate speech should be banned. So that's specifically designed. That's the anti-Turtleboy rule. Now, this fat piece of shit, this troll, this guy used to have our back, Gary Rosen, but he's just this old fat fuck now who apparently decided he wanted to be on the right side of history, which apparently means fuck the police. Anyway, while they were voting on this, they have like a revote, 8-3. they vote not to defund the police. And while this is happening, this is what the protesters did. They wrote fuck 12 on a Worcester police car. Fuck 12 on a Worcester police car. And Mo Bergman's a city councilor. He writes, he's pissed off about it. He voted to keep the police. The protesters are all mad at him. And one of these people is Jennifer Gaskin, who apparently is she works for the Worcester Redevelopment Authority. I didn't even know what that existed before today, but it's a city board. They have some power or whatever. And she says, this is called civil disobedience. That's what happens when the administration and our representation doesn't represent this. How the fuck does your representation not represent you? What does that even mean? By definition, they represent you. And you voted, these are our elected leaders. If you didn't vote, that's your fault. But so this is what you do when you don't get your way. So this is like what you're saying. So I work for the city, and when I don't get my way, we write fuck 12 on police cars. And it's okay because, we're mad. We're angry. She actually kind of says that. Anyway, then this chick jumps in. We got to talk about this chick. Her name, and we're going to try to call her too, Samantha Ann Martin. All right. So she is a basic bitch. And she decides that she's not happy with the way this went. So she posts, she's been posting about this all day. Let's just bring up her Facebook page, shall we? Go to her page. Samantha Ann Martin. Okay. All right. So here we have Samantha Ann Martin's page. What's she posting here? I mean, she posts a million times a day. She's mad about kids in cages, apparently. Okay. Falling for fake hate crimes. What'd she say about so they vandalized the Columbus statue in Worcester. And this is another thing that's not going to, you might get away with this shit in Boston. The Italians here, the Guineas aren't going to stand for it. No. First of all, it's like, they did it right on Shrewsbury Street where all the Italians lived. And they're not going to put it don't fuck with Italians in Columbus. First of all, you can say whatever you want about Columbus. Maybe he was into killing Indians. Everybody was back then. You can't fault people. That's just, people killed each other for land and shit. I'm sure he was not the greatest guy in the world. But guess what? Christopher Columbus had bigger cojones than any of these maggots who are trying to deface his statue. He got on a fucking ship and went on a destination to nowhere. He had no idea where they were fucking going. He risked his life. And he basically opened up this half of the world to civilization. That's important. This would basically be an Amazon jungle still had Christopher Columbus or somebody else not come over here afterwards and brought Western influence to it. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. You like air conditioning? You could thank Christopher Columbus and Western civilization for that. So what's she saying? I'm guessing she doesn't like this. Well, Donna Caloria removed their poll today. I can only assume the reason because 89% of the people said it should be removed and 11% wanted to stay. Oh yeah. So she's out there collecting, signatures and stuff like that. And apparently she found out because she wants to have another vote on this. She thinks that's somehow going to matter. It's so cute. She's all talking about, oh, we're going to vote them out. We're going to vote you out. We're going to vote you out. Honey, I've seen this before. I've seen this before, sweetheart. About 4 or 5 years ago, they were saying the same thing about Black Lives Matter. We're going to vote this whole city council out. The only one who's gone is Gaffney because he lost his marbles. That's about it. Nobody got voted out. Because guess what? On election day, you guys are going to forget about this. And you're not going to show up to vote. And even if you did, you're vastly outnumbered by 60-year-old people on the West Side. Because they vote in big numbers and your people don't. You can't win. You can't vote these people out. So she writes on her page, Turtleboy called me a racist. At least he called me a grown-up who drew a petition, though. Yeah, it's kind of mocking you. Because she's talking in this like, oh, my God, if this petition doesn't work, we're going to start another petition. Ooh, checkmate. That just means what I'm doing is working. She actually thinks this is working. She's starting a petition to force the city council to vote on this again as if they'll vote any differently. And we're all being hard. I support freedom of speech, and any attention to the cause is good attention. No time to let up pressure now. Oh, man. So I did call her a racist because she is a racist because guess what? Guess what? One of the people, and I don't know if she realized this, because one of the people that she's like, we need to vote them all out, is this is her vote out list. Kate Toomey, Sean Rose, Mo Bergman. If you're not from Worcester, you probably have no idea who these people are. They're all, I mean, Donna Calorio is the only one I like on here, but the Sean Rose is an interesting one because guess what? Sean Rose is black. So she wants to vote out the black guy because he didn't want to defund the police. And guess where he lives? He lives on the West Side because West Side people understand that we need police because they're fucking grown-ups. And so it's like, this is the epitome of Black Lives Matter though, isn't it? A white woman who knows nothing, who's a fucking moron by all intents and purposes, has decided that a black man can no longer serve in office because she said so. She said so because he doesn't want to abolish police altogether. This is a grown person saying stuff like this. So she does a live. You guys got to watch. We got to watch some of this.
Hi, guys. Don't mind my hair. I look crazy today.
We got to watch.
It's okay. As I drink my smoothie. So,
okay,
I'm doing the fly video.
Yes, you are.
Because I just want to explain what my status is about.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll backtrack a little bit. If you're not aware what's going on.
What's going on? You tell me, girl.
In Worcester right now.
Ooh, what's that?
Then let me school you a little bit.
Ooh, please school me. Go.
Last week, they had voted on... Well, let me put it this way. Last week, they unanimously in city council, which means every single council member.
Oh, that's what unanimous means.
Unanimously decided to pass a $250,000 budget increase to the Worcester Police Department.
Oh my God.
So after hearing from their constituents and.
Oh, wait. What was that?
The people.
Hearing from their what? Hearing from their what?
Unanimously decided to pass a $250,000 Worcester Police Department. So after hearing from their constituents.
Wait.
So after hearing from their constituents. So after hearing from their constituents. Constituents.
I mean, God, go.
Listening to the people, Christian King, Gary Rosen, Sarai Rivera, and Mayor Petty decided that they were going to hear us out a little bit more, and they were pushing for their other council members to have a hearing for a revote. So
Mayor Petty, for those of you unfamiliar with Worcester politics, classic. This guy is one of the dumbest people I've ever encountered in my life. He's like a bootleg Marty Walsh. Very stupid Democrat, but he's not like, he's like a guy you can drink a beer with. Like you can picture, like he's so Worcester, it hurts. He's very fucking stupid. And you can totally, like, what he's really good at is pandering to crowds and pretending like he's on their side and then not voting for them. He did the same with the superintendent. These people all wanted the superintendent can. They said she was racist. He's like, oh yeah, I'll listen to you. I'll listen to your concerns. And then he votes against them. He did the same shit with these people. He's like, oh yes, it's very concerning stuff. Very concerning stuff. Oh, we'll definitely listen to you. Definitely listen to you. And then he goes to vote and he votes not to defund the police because at the end of the day, Joe Petty's a fucking grown up. So it's just so funny that these people, they don't understand they're being played by these politicians. It's great. It's great. So she goes on.
So basically only a few of those people stood up for like the actual people's needs and wants in Worcester. So what ended up happening was Christian King, our city councilor at large, had decided to put in a request for an emergency hearing to revote on this budget. Also, for those of you who don't know about Christian King, he's one of the first ever Black men to serve Worcester at large. Like,
and Sean Rose,
first Black elected city council member to serve at large for Worcester. It's huge. And
huge.
What did his white colleagues do? They ignored his hearing request and they voted against it. So behind our back, city council yet again denied Christian King's hearing for request for an emergency hearing to revote the WPD budget.
Oh my God.
So here's what I need all of us to do.
Okay, you tell me.
This is not a joke.
Okay.
This is not
very serious.
Something stupid that you look over on Facebook.
Okay.
This is our city. This is our fight.
Yes.
This is what we need to do right now. So
okay.
This is what I need all of you to do. I need you all to do this.
I'm listening.
It takes 2 seconds.
Okay.
I need you to go read my Facebook status, which I've tagged Petty in.
Okay.
I need you to tag him in the comments as well. I have done it, but the more people that tag him in the comments, the more notifications he'll
that
get.
might work. That
And the
might
more
work.
he'll realize, like, oh, they're serious.
That's a good point.
So read my status. I need you to comment at Joe Petty. I need you to tag at Sarai Rivera. I need you to tag at Christian King. I need you to tag Mo Bergman. I need you to tag Donna Calorio. I need you to tag Keith Toomey. We need to get your attention. They're not listening to us. They've made it very clear that they don't give a fuck about anything that we have to say.
It's
and
true.
They're going to clearly do whatever they want.
But if you tag them, that
so
might
now
work.
what we have to do as the people is I've drawn a petition. They legally cannot ignore the constituents' right to petition. I have a petition demanding an emergency.
Okay, I love her. I love her so much. I love her so much. So we can't. Constituents, I can't get over that. I can't get over constituents. They cannot ignore our petition. She started a change.org petition. They've already voted on this. It's over. She wants them to vote on it again. And she's like, they can't ignore me because I started a change.org petition. And it's like really serious. Guys, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is like when you watch this, you're like, this is why, no offense, ladies, this is why women couldn't vote till 1920. When you see shit like this, you're like this is what the fuck is wrong with this person? Like she believes this shit. She believes this shit. It's fantastic. Go on.
Hearing as racism is a public health emergency. This is a public health crisis. Police brutality is a public health emergency.
Oh, true.
City Council was so quick to act with COVID, but they're so slow to react with racism.
Watch this.
So I've drawn a petition. I need everybody to share that status, tag all of the counselors, and message me your address so I can come to you and have you sign this petition. This is huge. We've all been signing petitions online, and it's easy to sign petitions that benefit the greater good and benefit other states and other cities, but this is a petition that's going to affect our city, the city you live in.
Oh, true.
I need everybody backing me on this. I need everybody's signature on this. I need everybody to make that status go around. I need you to continuously tag Joe Petty in the comment section.
Okay. I just love how she thinks that tagging Joe Petty, like tagging him on Facebook, that he's going to sit there and be like, oh my God, look at all these notifications I got. Holy shit. I better change my way. A bunch of fucking millennials started tagging me on Facebook. I better vote the right way. Oh no, they're going to get me.
Get his attention. I need you all to go on to the Worcester City website and look at the city councilors, and there's phone numbers for each one of them. I need you all to call them all day long today. We demand an emergency hearing. We the people demand an emergency hearing.
We the
people think racism in Worcester is a public health emergency. This is a public health crisis.
This is the new thing, by the way, that racism is a public health crisis. Like Somerville has voted on this. Boston has voted on this. First of all, no, it's not. It's not. Racism exists in this country, obviously, but it's not nearly as plentiful as they make it seem, as the media wants you to believe, as Black Lives Matter wants you to believe. This whole debate that's going on is over George Floyd. That's essentially the catalyst that started this all. There is still no evidence whatsoever that was a racially motivated killing. None. If racism was so abundant in this country, there would be no need to have fake hate crimes. There's nobody more abhorrent in this country than a racist. If racism was institutional and it was just part of us, it would be acceptable to be racist. But it's literally the worst thing that you can possibly be is a racist. To suggest that it's a public health crisis is madness, absolute madness. And if they're going to start allowing, and this is what the left is going to do with everything, they're going to say guns are a public health crisis, and they're going to try to take your guns. That's what's next. They figured out the recipe here. Just call anything a public health crisis, and you can deny people their rights because of that. That's what they did with COVID, which, by the way, she mentions, and she said that, well, they rushed with COVID. COVID killed 120,000 people in this country and counting. Even though I think it's a little bit overrated because of the fact that most people were in nursing homes, it's still a lot more serious than racism. I hate to burst your bubble. So she goes on.
COVID's here. Racism is here. We deserve to be heard. So everybody share that status. Tag Joe Petty. Call Joe Petty. Call Donna Colorio. Call Kate Toomey. Call Christian King. Call Sean Rose. Call Mo Bergman. Call them all.
Oh, yeah.
Sign the petition. We
Okay.
need an emergency hearing to re-vote on this budget. They are trying to silence the voices of us. They have been trying to silence the voices of the minority council members who are standing for us.
But Sean Rose is not.
Yet again, white people in power oppressing people who have voices for change. Enough is enough is enough. I think it's disgusting that we even have to have a petition to have them listen to us. But if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. And if they ignore this petition, then we're going to have a petition to just end the Worcester Police Department extra budget as it is.
What?
So again, share that status.
Oh my
tag
God.
Joe Petty, tag Christian King, tag Sarai Rivera, tag Sean
Holy
Rose,
fuck.
tag Kate Toomey, tag Donna Colorio, fucking tag Mo Bergman, get their fucking attention. I need you guys to all keep calling them all day long and stress to them that this is a public health emergency together and do this. There's people watching this right now who do nothing but share memes and funny shit on Facebook all day long. There's about 4 of you watching right now that do that. The least you can do is share something that's going to be.
Imagine like listening to this chick and taking her seriously. People really do. That's the funny part about this. Did she take her page down? Oh man, did she take some of this shit down, or what the fuck's going on here? Hold on. Oh, wrong one. Wrong way. Let's give her a call, shall we? We gotta call her up. No, okay. How about I comment on her page right now? Say, come on the live show. Come on the live show to discuss. Okay. So what does she say? What do the comments say? That's cute coming from Turtleboy because I called her a racist because, of course, I'm the racist, as they would think. He wrote about Christian King, Sarai Rivera, myself, and Jennifer Gaskin. Ooh, good. She can read. Matthew George says Turtle famous. Okay. She says, also to clear the air, every council member I called to be removed had nothing to do with race and everything to do with political bias. But it had nothing to do with race, except when you were pointing out that they were white and they were not listening to their black city councilor, Christian King. Okay. Understood. Council members are supposed to be non-biased. No, they're not. What is council members are supposed to be? First of all, the word is unbiased, not non-biased. And I hate to break it to you, but politics is extremely biased. Every counselor has their own biases and their opinions, and none of these people agree with your childish, ridiculous, juvenile opinions. They're supposed to be non-biased and not associate with a political party. First of all, they're all Democrats, all of them, pretty much, except for Donna Colorio. And they are supposed to affiliate with the political party. But anyway, they're supposed to represent their constituent. How did she call it? Constituents, voices, and concerns. So the ones who failed to listen to our pleas, cries, and voices and voted for nothing more than making their political platform look good are the ones I called removal for. She's going at a price right. Look at these petitions that she's got here. It's very serious stuff, guys. Very, very, very serious stuff. And obviously she means business. Let's try calling her one more time. We got to get this chick on the phone. I'll make a call. Let's post on our page. Everybody go to her page. Samantha and Martin, even on the first comment. Come on the live show. Go. Let's see. Got to come on the live show. All right. So enough of these constipants. Let's talk about the next thing I wanted to mention here. But let me refresh the fundraiser, see if we got any donos. Any donos? We got one here from 7 Pounder says, Unc, some pitches to you this week. Didn't get to be a blog. What's your favorite one from the last week? Favorite one that I published or didn't publish? I don't know. You got to be more specific in your question there, 7 Pounder. But I get to what I can get to. You know, I have a lot of blogs that I haven't had time to get to this week. I'm only just a guy and a blog and a business with a couple crotch fruits trying to make it happen, you know? So I get to what I can get to. Anyway, let's talk about here. I want to go to we got an update here on Juicin Jeremy. I want to bring it up. Just a moment. Let me pull it up here. You may have seen this. All right, we all remember the Jeremy Winslow story from last year. The juice head that got his girlfriend killed, Tanya. He got into an altercation with some bikers at a club, Vegas in Manchester, New Hampshire, and he decided that he was going to try to run one of them over with her Jeep. And the guy shot in self-defense, I think, at the Jeep. And he shot at a car, so it's not really an accident, but he killed her instead of him. And moron didn't even take her to the hospital because he's a fucking idiot. And on the next few days on the news, it was all about him. Like, he was soaking up all the attention. He's a complete psychopath. He was on the news crying, "Oh my God, I'm really going to miss her, blah, blah, blah." He tried to get custody of her kids. He was banned from the wake and the funeral. The family blames him, as they should, for this death. He went to jail for 6 months. I don't even know what the hell for, cocaine possession or something. He did something illegal that night. But finally, he was arrested for reckless conduct. So Jeremy Winslow was charged with felony reckless conduct. On March 2nd, his girlfriend, Tanya Hall, was killed outside the Manchester Vegas nightclub. He got into his car. He's accused of being caught on video rapidly accelerating forward and striking a man before leaving. That was Justin Moore, the shooter. Wilson's actions are verified by multiple witness statements, according to police. He has pled guilty to the shooting. The other guy pled guilty, so he's arrested. So there's an update on Juicin Jeremy. We all remember that story, don't we? So there's that update. I also want to talk about, so we had a video copyrighted yesterday, pulled down. You guys remember that video of the chick who burnt the American flag? Let's pull it up here, shall we? Turtleboy Sports. Okay. This was not the American flag. This was the Blue Lives Matter flag. Pull it up over here. So this is from my town of Holden. The valedictorian of Wachusett High School, named Sarah Flannery, decides that she's going to go on Snapchat and post this video.
All cops, if there is such thing as a good cop, which I don't think there is, they should quit. Yep. The only good cop that's still employed is a dead cop. Yep. If you are a good cop, you've already resigned. Hold on, no. Oh, fuck. My motherfucker died. Bro. I want the state of America abolished. Yeah, let's do it. Pro. The state. That's beautiful. I like it. I don't like that shit. I'll walk away. Oh. I thought you were going to stand over there.
So, anyway, this video I posted on YouTube, but it has been taken down, as you can see. It's gone. And when somebody had filed a fraudulent, they pulled the Bristol Blarney, and they filed a copyright claim against me. And as you know how this works, right, with a copyright claim, the person who puts the claim in, I have a chance to dispute it. Now it is up to them, after you put the dispute in, they have 10 days to produce documentation showing that they have, filed a federal complaint in court or whatever against me. Now, why am I doing it? Why do I care? Well, because I'm demonetized anyway. But if you get 3 strikes within 3 months, the channel gets shut down. And then I can't, then what? Then we're fucked, right? What am I going to go back to Facebook Live? I mean, I guess I could, but I don't want to bother with that. So we need this. So I gotta fight this, and we put the challenge, we put the whatever in. I know she didn't file anything in court, so she's not going to be able to. But this chick's name, who did it, is actually the chick who filmed it. Her name is Samantha Kleiman. Oh, she's taken her Facebook. She knows I'm onto her because she has taken down her her profile picture. But I already got it, hon. I already took it. I've already saved it. So she knows I'm onto her now at this point. She's changed her name to the Black Power Fist with the rainbow. Very woke. Very, very, very woke. Anyway, so what the hell I got videos of her though. So she lives over on another part of Holden. She lives on like the richest street in Holden. Her father, one of her fathers, she got two dads. One of the fathers is the librarian at the kids' library, where I go to all the time. So I have an issue with this. The other father is a doctor. He's like a psychiatrist that excels in LGBTQ, BLT 123 plus clients. And so I've attempted to contact Dr. Kleiman, who works at Reliant Medical in Worcester. I've not heard back from him. I emailed him. Maybe I'll have to call the other dad at the library, see what's up with him, because I don't want to skewer this person yet. Because these are 18-year-old kids, right? You know, even though it's serious what they're doing, because it's like, yo, this ain't a game to me. This is like my livelihood, this YouTube show. This is how I live. This is how I feed my children, is this YouTube show. Like, this is a major revenue source for me. I need this. I can't afford to lose it. So if your kid is doing this, that's a fucking declaration of war. However, if my own kid did this when they were 18, I would appreciate like a heads up from somebody so I could speak to the kid first and make them make it right. You know what I mean? Like, what if the parents are like ashamed of this child and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. I had no idea they were up to. Like, I don't know if I want to go there yet. But the fact that I haven't heard back from the father is pissing me off, right? I bet you they're fucking douchebags if they raised a kid like this. And I'll show you some videos that they made, because these fucking people. Let me show you this chick's videos. Watch, she'll probably take this channel down. Somebody save these videos for me. I don't even know how to say. I don't know how to download videos. Do you guys know how to? So here she is. This is, watch this one. Black Lives Matter. I mean, these are the idiots.
Honey, I'm home. How was your day at work, buddy? Work was good. I caught 4 billion suspected communists in the U.S. government. Oh, that's so good, honey. Anyways, gotta hate communists. I wish there was so.
I mean, this is just, you thought Bristol Blarney's YouTube was cringe. I don't even know what to say about that. So this is the idiot who's decided that they want to poke the turtle. I take that as a declaration of war. I'd appreciate it if anybody can download these for me in case she sees this, which she probably will, and she'll try to shut this down and go quiet. But we're not going to allow that to happen. I can't allow that to happen. Sorry, Samantha. You're going to learn the hard way. I mean, I feel kind of bad because they don't know what they're doing. But if you poke the turtle like that, I mean, and you come after my livelihood, you're an 18-year-old, you're an adult. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand for it. Period. So talk to your dads. Maybe they can talk some sense into you. I mean, I could just come over there and ring your doorbell. That's not a threat. That's me saying, maybe I'll bring some banana bread. I don't eat it, so I'll give it to you. And we can discuss this. We can discuss how your daughter is trying to sabotage my livelihood, because I'm not going to stand for it. I won't stand for it. So just understand that. So anyway, that's that. Oh my God, her dads will definitely not be civil with you. I mean, they might. I mean, I find that when you speak to somebody face to face, it's a lot different. If you're polite about it, I mean, sometimes it doesn't. If they're just douchebags, and if I find out they are douchebags, then that's fine. Then I have new enemies in town. That's fine. I have no problem having enemies in town. No problem. So yeah, I'll give you the link to their channel. So anybody wants to download these for me, I don't know how to do it. All right, why don't we, any questions you guys have, ask them now. If anybody wants to call in, they can as well. I'll put the link right here. Go ahead, ask me anything. Please refresh the donations. Good call. All right, we got a few more here. I want to read them off. David Owen says, a small dono from across the pond. Cheers, mate. Thank you, Dave. M-Job says, disagree with you on Bubba Wallace. I'd love to hear why. Let's talk about that. But still love the turtle. Thanks, M-Job. 7 Pounder says, I meant out of all the pitches you received this week from everyone, which one did you think you had the time to blog about? Could you talk about those on live? I mean, I don't want to ruin the surprise. I got a couple more for tomorrow, obviously. So you'll see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Anonymous says, from Paul Adams, fuck Eric Matlock. I want to hit him with the shovel. I saved that story for the live show this weekend. So we're going to talk about this weekend. Jeff says, from your constituents, which is just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So M-Job, what are they charging Juicy Jeremy with? I forget. Reckless endangerment, I want to say. Something like that. But I'm really more concerned about what do you disagree with me about with the Bubba story? I'm interested to hear about that. What's your take on the virus surge across the country? Doesn't matter. That's what my take on the virus surge is. The media loves to scare you with, oh, the number of cases is going up. Doesn't matter. The number of cases are going up. The only thing that matters is casualties. How many people are dying? And the other day, like 279 people in the country died from coronavirus. Compare that to 2 months ago, it's a 90% decrease. 1 billion people could get coronavirus. If people aren't dying from it, then what the hell does it matter? What difference does it make? It's like a lot of people have the cold too. Doesn't matter. If it's losing its deadly effect, then we no longer have a crisis now, do we? Secondly, I don't care if 1 billion people have it. No, like, I don't care if it starts killing people all over again. It doesn't matter. You can't shut down ever again. The government allowed people to go out in groups of 100,000 people and protest. That's it. They allowed that to happen. Nothing they say, they cannot possibly shut the government down again. We won't do it. Actually, we will. That's the sad part about this country is morons will. There are idiots out there who I shared a comment yesterday thanking Charlie Baker still. Like, thank you, Charlie Baker, for keeping us safe. What is wrong with these people? We had more deaths in this state than 47 other states. We had the most amount of people per capita die in nursing homes than any other state. We had a huge corruption at the Holyoke Old Folks Home, the Veterans Home. Over 100 people died because of Charlie Baker's malfeasance. But nobody cares. And they're just like, oh my God, thank you for keeping me safe. Because you know why? Because healthy 40-year-olds are fucking selfish. And they're like, oh my God, thank you for keeping me safe, Charlie. Bitch, you were never in danger. You probably had corona. You didn't even know it because it doesn't kill people your age. But because of your selfishness and your desire to be safe, a lot of businesses were put out of business. And you don't give a shit about them. And because the governor was concerned about limiting your rights and keeping healthy people home, He ignored the elderly, and they died in large numbers. So if you're saying thank you, Charlie Baker, that's an extremely selfish thing to say, because thank you for protecting me, but fuck everybody else, right? Who was affected by this in a negative way. So we can't go back. We can't go back. I mean, they're going to try, and some people might go along with it, but how can you after that, all those fucking protests? How can you? How can you do it? Yeah, apparently no one died from the flu this year. It's amazing, right? Yeah, anybody can call in if you want to call in right there. Brian Riccio, why don't you call in, tough guy? Come on, buddy. There is a rally tomorrow. I know that in Worcester and Lincoln Square at 6:00. I might go to it for a Back the Blue rally. We'll see. How do I call in without pulling a Suzanne? Sorry, Suzanne. He says, I just put the link right there. You just click on it and then add yourself in, and I'll bring you in. I'll see you at the bottom on my screen here. I just add you in if you want to call him. Any other questions? Can you talk about the so-called athletes that are scared of dying from the common flu? Yeah. Just ill-informed people. First of all, Kyrie Irving and people like that are announcing that, well, they don't want to play ball because they're too invested in social justice right now. That's how fucking stupid Kyrie Irving is. Thank God we got rid of that asshole. I mean, do they even have a date for this stuff to come back? Who knows? There's really, I mean, baseball is socially distanced. They just need to fill up the fucking stadiums. There's no rules anymore. Because of the protests, there's no rules anymore. So as far as the athletes complaining about, like, I can't play, I'm worried about getting common cold, too bad. You're healthy. You're not going to die. It's insignificant if you get coronavirus. Insignificant. It's not killing people anymore. Just look at the data. Look at the numbers. It's all that matters. All that matters. Yeah, Brian. Hey, Brian Riccio. There is the link right there. Okay. Row a sack and call in. You won't do it, bitch boy. You don't have it in you, Riccio. All right. Is South Shore Justin ever going to make an appearance on live? He can come on whenever he wants. JB got his cornhole boys today. Excellent. Yeah. Okay. So we got M Job here. I'm going to add M Job. What's M Job? How you doing, man?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine. What's happening? What do you got?
Not too much. Just wanted to chime in on the Bubba Wallace thing. I've been a NASCAR fan for like 20 years.
Okay.
Which is somewhat, I don't know. I jumped on the bandwagon when Earnhardt Sr. died. But I don't know. Have you seen the photo of the alleged noose?
I have. What do you think of that?
I just think if you can tie a noose, and I know it's not really that difficult, but you could have tied a million different other things to make that garage door pull down. That combined with the Confederate flag being flown over the track, I can kind of see where Bubba Wallace was like threatened by that. I don't think it was done on purpose. And the way NASCAR picks the garage assignments is based off of, I believe it's off of standings. And in your standings, you get to pick which garage you want.
Mm.
And so I think it was just a coincidence that he happened to get this garage that had a pretty nefarious looking door pull. I want to show people the photo of this. So there's the photo right there. So question number one, why did this photo just emerge today? It didn't. I've seen a couple different photos. This is the one NASCAR put out, but there have been other photos of it. It's tiny. It's not, you couldn't put a human head in there, but it's still kind of like if you're the only black driver and you see that, like,
why did it appear today? Why haven't we seen this already? Why didn't this come out days ago?
Because NASCAR is trying to get really on top of this. And they've gone way further than Bubba has.
I think they're lying, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I don't trust them at all. I don't trust them. I feel like if this was legit, they would have put this, in my opinion, they would have put this news. There's no evidence. We don't know what garage this is in. I don't see anything indicating that this is Bubba's garage. Do you, based on this picture?
I mean, I don't know. But I mean, it seems to be the same picture that's been out with a lot of the other pictures that it looks very similar. If they're lying, then I don't know what the purpose is to gain by that.
I think they loved the moment. I think they loved having that moment where all the drivers came out there with Bubba and they all had their unity moment and blah, blah, blah. And if it was fake, right? If it was all for nothing, then they lose that moment. Don't you think?
I mean, maybe. It seems like a pretty big stretch. Like, I think they'll lose more fans than they gain by this because, I mean, at the end of the day, it is something that looks like a noose, and the fringe folks will turn them off, and they're probably doing a lot of covering their own ass type of thing. But I don't think he's Jesse Smollett.
Yeah, okay, I feel that. I just feel like he was milking it a lot. He was like kind of, enjoying it.
I've heard a few people say like he's only on the circuit because he's black, and that's not the case. Like he's only 26, which in NASCAR years is like being
it's young
22-year-old baseball player. I mean, these guys race till they're 50, you know. So he's not on there for some public.
I know. He's mediocre, isn't he?
He's kind of an up and comer. I don't know. It's hard to tell who's. You have to get on with the right team, and I mean, not all the teams are created equal. I mean, there are guys that are much worse than him that run their own cars, and it's only one car, and they don't have any teammates. So it's a quirky sport like that. It's not like the four major sports where like if you're good, you're gonna make it.
I just don't understand how this video, like Bubba. How come Bubba didn't put this picture out days ago if they had this?
I think and I know you're going to disagree with me on this. He's kind of not escalated as much as NASCAR has. He certainly has taken advantage of the moment, but I think you're in the deep South. Talladega is a major race because of the size of the track, and it always has this cachet about it because it's the biggest track. They go the fastest. This is probably the only one other than maybe the Daytona 500 where they go over 200 miles an hour. But in his, I don't think he was the leader behind this. Like I said, I don't think he's Jesse.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Keep going.
Thanks. Cool. I'm going to bring Richie on now. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.
Talk to you.
All right, we're bringing Richie over the show on. What do you want, Brian?
Hey, scumbag, what's up?
What's happening? What do you got?
Hey, I just got to ask, why do you keep blocking me everywhere?
Well, because you're annoying.
No, if you had truly any sort of counter argument to anything I said,
but you don't say anything. Like I could, Brian, if you came at me and you had good, even if you disagree with me, if you had good liberal commentary and you wanted to argue,
I'm not a liberal.
What are you then?
Why do I need a label?
Are you a troll? I mean, you're not.
No, why do I need a label?
Because you are a liberal.
No, I'm not a liberal.
Oh, really? What conservative principles do you believe in?
Well, I believe in the Second Amendment.
You believe in the Second Amendment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is that the only conservative principle you believe in?
I believe in the death penalty.
Okay, so there are two conservative. Okay, so you are a pro-death. So what?
No, I'm not a pro-death penalty, but if the case warrants it, that's how it goes, isn't it?
But here's the thing: you're just a troll, though. You know that, right?
No. See, you think I'm a troll because I break your balls. Okay.
You do it to Kirk too. You were very rude. You made comments about Kirk that were below the belt.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, I know. Oh, don't play dumb with me. Come on. You can't.
Have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Sure thing, Brian. You said shit about Kirk's family that was below the belt.
No, I never said anything about Kirk's family.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
I want you to go back to everything I've ever put on social media and find anything where I ever.
Can I call Steve Robinson right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm calling Steve right now. I don't know if he's going to have service where he's at because he's in Maine right now. I'm going to try to call him.
Listen, if you want to talk about something other than that, then we'll talk about something other than that.
Hold on. But I want to get to the bottom of this.
No, there's nothing to discuss, okay?
Oh, it sounds like you're backtracking, like you don't want to talk about it.
No, why do I want to talk about that? I want to talk about you.
Okay, let's talk about me. Shoot.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm getting the biggest kick out of the fact that you block me everywhere, and I don't understand. You still haven't given me a valid reason why.
Because you're annoying.
You say I'm annoying, okay? But you can't offer a single intelligent counterpoint to anything I say.
You
okay?
don't say anything intelligent.
You both know you're a racist, but you refuse to admit that you are.
See, that's what I'm saying, Brian. That's not an intelligent comment.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like, how am I supposed to counter that? Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, it's not intelligent. You didn't put it.
It isn't, huh? It isn't, huh?
How easy it is to just call someone a racist?
Well, let me ask you a question, Aidan. Why do you go on Twitter and get upset because Channel 25 won't give you credit because of a story you supposedly broke? Okay,
supposedly.
You scream all the time that nobody will give you credit as a journalist. Okay, why do you think that is, Aidan? Because you're a fucking racist, Holmes.
Nope. I mean, but that's the thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Tell me about how you're not a racist. Let's hear this.
Well, I'm not. How am I racist?
Look at 1 month of your postings on your stupid.
Give me an example. Give me one example of someone racist.
Oh, here we go. The examples again. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I just gave you one. Okay.
What?
Legit media takes you seriously.
No, give me an example of something I said. This is why you're a troll, because you can't come up with something. You're not.
I just gave you something.
What? Okay. No, give me something I said.
Answer my question. Why doesn't the legit quote unquote media take you seriously?
First of all, they're hacks. Second,
okay, all right. Everyone's a hack, but you. Everyone went to journalism school.
Okay, let's do this.
Then you.
Let's watch this. Let's watch this, Brian. Okay, Boston Globe, Turtleboy Sports, State Police. Let's see what comes up here. Okay, where's the accountability? This one right here. Okay, I'm actually listed, like the Boston Globe links me in this. How about Washington Post? Washington Post, Turtleboy Sports, State Police. Let's see what comes up, Brian. Okay, let's see what happens. A Mass Street trooper says higher-ups doctor reports of a judge's daughter. Blah, blah, blah. There's the Boston Globe link. Where's the Turtleboy link? I know it's in here somewhere. Worcester Magazine, blah, blah, blah. I know I'm in here somewhere. Come on.
So let me ask you a question then. If you're getting all of this legitimacy, why do you have to go after reporters on Channel 25 and to credit you?
Because that's what you do, Brian.
It's not what you do. That's not what you do. Okay, if they felt you're a legitimate news source, they'd credit you, wouldn't they?
They've credited me before with this story. I broke.
Yeah, okay, fine. You got a couple of examples. That's great. You know how many times I've been quoted in news stories?
What website do you publish?
I don't publish a website.
Why would I do? That's the thing, Brian. I'm a publisher.
That's right. You do publish a website that is constantly ridiculed by the legit media.
Okay, so Brian, if I didn't break
bottom feeding, you troll Facebook for content, okay, and then you turn around and you beg people for PayPal money to support your trolling Facebook.
Okay, so Brian, if I didn't write this story, would it have gotten out?
I don't know.
No, the answer is no. You know how I know that? Because because this story was shopped to the Boston Globe and Mass Live first, and they didn't want to write about it.
Okay.
And now I wrote about it, and it became a huge story, so significant, in fact, Brian, that the colonel of the Massachusetts State Police and the lieutenant colonel and the deputy superintendent and the major of Sea Barracks all resigned in disgrace.
Oh, you really think that's because of your reporting?
Oh, I know that is a matter of fact. That is
okay. Can you pull out anything in there on your little machine there that says that the reporting of Turtleboy Sports was directly responsible for these officers to resign from their positions?
All right, let's look it up. Colonel Richard McCune resigns. Okay. DA, I can't click on the Globe ones because I don't have any more clicks left. State Police Colonel resigns. State Police Colonel retires amid lawsuit over altered police report. Who broke the story about the altered police report, Brian?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Who broke that story, Brian? You know.
I don't know. You tell me.
Say it.
Why don't you go down a little more? Why don't you show me a little more?
Say my name.
Looks like Zeminor.
No, answer my question. Who broke the story? Who broke the story?
Looks like Zenginor and Weska.
This is November 14th, 2017. Okay. Let's see when I wrote. Let's see.
All right, can you get on a little more and show me where WBUR credits you for this?
Fine. Okay. So
show me where a legitimate news organization has credited you for these.
Brian, who broke the state police story? Answer that.
I have no idea.
And that's why you're a troll, because you know the answer to that question and you won't say it. That's why I blocked you, because you're not a serious person. You know the answer to that question, and you're not answering it.
Let me ask you a question, Aidan. Who takes me more seriously?
Nobody takes you seriously.
Really?
Nobody takes you seriously. Who takes you seriously? Who the fuck are you?
I don't know.
You're a sad, pathetic, bald man in Revere who lives alone, has no
Medford.
fucking children,
Medford.
and has
Medford.
nothing. Okay, so you're a loser who lives alone. You have nothing going on in your life, and you just troll people on the internet all day. That's your
Well, I'm
life.
retired, so it's it's something to do.
You're living off of your brother's Apple money. You forgot.
No, see again. What's my family to do with this, Aidan? Once again, you got to pull my family into it because you got nothing else.
How about that? How about that? How about living off your brother's Apple money? And this is why. So anyway, you tried to come on.
There you go. Pull my family into it, Aidan. That's how desperate you are. Okay. Go ahead. You know what? I'm just getting a kick out of watching you struggle to try and get some sort of legitimacy in the.
So he can't name a single racist thing I said. And like he comes on here and says I'm racist. I ask him, what did I say that's racist? He's like, I can't name a single thing you said. So I win. Right, Brian? You can't name a single racist thing I said.
Bro, all I have to do is look at your. Anyone has to do is look at your.
Name it. Give me something I said that's racist. Name one thing, and I'll show
okay, give me examples. Give me. I need examples. I need examples.
Yeah, evidence. It's called evidence.
Hey, where are you in the mornings usually?
Answer the question.
Where can you be found?
Where is it, Brian?
Jerry Callahan.
So what? So what? Name one.
So what?
Name one racist thing I said in the Jerry Callahan show.
Oh yeah, they fired him from the radio because they kicked him from the radio because he was.
Oh, you can't do it.
The most tolerant man on earth.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't name a single racist thing I said. You can't.
Aidan, let me ask you a question. Out of the two of us, who has the reputation as a racist, of being a racist?
You do.
Me?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, do? Really?
Yes, you do. Everybody knows you're racist.
Find me one example of my being racist.
You show me an example of me being racist.
No. Go ahead. You just said I was racist.
Now you like examples.
No. You want to play the game? I'll play the game.
I just did
play the game,
bitch, because I'm fucking better than you. I'm smarter than you. I'm fucking smoother than you. I'm more intellectual than you. I got more evidence than you. I am your fucking superior. You fucking wish you were me. You sad, pathetic,
hey, Aidan.
And fucking
I like your fundraiser. 42 weeks and you only got 13K.
Oh yeah, Brian.
That's hilarious.
You live off your money. So anyway, you try.
Oh, here we go. What's my family got to do with anything, Aidan?
Well, your family hates you, but they still pay you anyway, and you're living.
What's my family got to do? What's between me and you? Me and you.
So, Brian, I'll give you 30 seconds to come up with one racist thing I've said, or else I'm dropping you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Can I go to the website? You want to give me a second while I go to your website?
Go ahead. Give me an example.
Hold on. Let's look it up. All right, Turtleboy.
Give me an example of someone racist they said.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I feel like it should be easier.
Let's go to Turtleboy Quotes. Okay,
bring it up.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
When racism occurs, it is so abhorrent and ugly that it gets highlighted and distributed as we see it. So we know that racism is real, but the real racism is the stuff we can actually see. It's out there. The news that nobody sees. I don't believe that. Gee, Aidan, like there's no racism in NASCAR.
Give me the racist thing I said.
You're denying that there's any racist thing happened at all in NASCAR, right? Are you trying to say that there's no racism whatsoever in NASCAR?
I didn't say that.
So why would you make a statement like this about
what?
About the Bubba Wallace thing?
Because I didn't believe it.
Well, why don't you believe it?
Because it seemed far-fetched.
Why does it seem far-fetched, Aidan? Okay,
there's a lot of things.
Given that they had to be dragged and kicking and screaming into getting rid of the Confederate flag at NASCAR races. Okay.
So you still haven't named a racist thing I said.
Oh.
doubting Bubba Wallace's story is not racist.
Right? Did you doubt Jussie Smollett?
Of course.
Did you doubt Adam Jones?
Of course.
Of course you doubted Adam Jones because nobody uses the N-word at Fenway.
Yeah, because it didn't. Is there any evidence that happened?
Bro, I grew up in Fenway. Okay.
All right. So he failed. So Brian tried and he failed, and obviously we all heard that he embarrassed himself. And this is about the Turtleboy trolls. They come at you and they say, "You're racist," and then you say, "Can you give me evidence?" And they're like, "Okay, here's something." Well, how is that racist? Well, It just is. It just is. That's all they got. They're fucking weak. And that, Brian, is why you get blocked, because you're not. I like engaging with people that I don't agree with, who are smart. They're kind of like on my level. You're not on my level. You are my mental inferior in every way, shape, and form. You are just trash. You're a sad, pathetic, lonely, bald man who eats a lot of TV dinners by himself in an apartment in Medford, living off of your brother's money. And you will die alone. When you die, there will be a short service. 1 or 2 people will be there because you've left nothing behind. Your legacy is shit. Your legacy is being an internet troll. Whereas I am loved. I have a family that cares about me. I have everything that you could never have. And that is ultimately why you don't like me, Brian, is because you are a sad, pathetic man who is devoid of happiness on the inside. And that's all you are. And you just take it out on the internet. I feel sorry for you in that regard, but I do not have time to engage you because at the end of the day, you're just a fucking nobody. That's all you are. So sorry, Brian. Sorry. Anyway, any other questions, guys, before we call it a night? And I love how he's like, well, you don't believe in the Adam Jones thing, therefore you're racist. It's like, but Adam Jones lied. Everybody knows that. Duh. Anyway, before we call it, any last minute questions, guys? Yeah, I mean, I like y'all, you guys do. I mean, it's like, that's the thing about Brian. It's like, it's true. It's kind of sad. Like, he's just, and for anybody to have this much time on their hands, like a grown man, like, you're obviously a loser, you know? It's really sad that a human being can get like that. It really is. White Paint made a comment Tuesday you didn't read. What's that comment? On the fundraiser? White Paint? Who's White Paint? If I missed that, I'm sorry. Are you the new regular co-host for Callahan? I am. Seems to be I'm the Monday, Thursday guy. So I think it's heading that way. They're talking about getting a new investor to kind of take that podcast to the next level. And I think, I mean, let's be honest. When you listen to that show, I bring something different that nobody else brings on there. I think we all recognize that at this point. If Jerry is a brand in and of himself, he can grow on his own. He doesn't even really need a co-host. But I feel like I can bring that extra flair and that extra of spice. You know what I mean? A little pinch of entertainment value that others can't, that other conservatives can't. Because if people say, oh, you're both conservative, you get along too much. It's like, yeah, but it's about entertainment at the same time. It's about, having different ways of delivering a conservative message. Because anyone could deliver a conservative message, but yeah, they do it in an entertaining way that makes it interesting. All right. I like Mute. I mean, Mute hasn't been on in weeks. I don't know what happened to them. I gave you a freestyle by accident. How did I do that? Oops. Wicked One says, I don't listen to the show unless you're on it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We do have high ratings when I'm on. I'll tell you that much. Whew. Oh, yeah. Keep smashing that like button, guys. Any more questions? Thanks for the discussion on Bubba. Oh, sorry. Don't judge all Medford people by that. I'll try not to. Yeah, Everett. I don't mind that. All caps Everett. He used to call up the show a lot, the Callahan show, and troll them a bit. But he's a better troll than Riccio. I mean, Riccio is just not good at this, Can you do a large screen to help me with the thumbnail? How do I do that? What are these questions? These are all going so fast. Where's Ida? I don't know where Ida's been. I don't know if anyone's heard from her. We have 151 people on. We need 12 more people to smash that like button to get to 100. What happened to Chop? A bunch of people keep getting shot, looks like. I'm going 4 hours tonight? I don't know what you're talking about. Did you see the one-man wrecking crew in Chop today? I did not. What happened? Well, last time I'm doing it. Well, what did you say, White Paint? Did I miss it? Okay. Let's go to the thing. Let's see. Jeez. So you tell me which one you are, White Paint. What are we talking about, Diane? In White Paint. What's happening? What did I miss here? So you tell me which one you are, White Paint. Are you David Owen? Are you M Job? Are you 7 Pounder? Are you Anonymous? Are you Jeff? Or are you 7 Pounder? Because those are the only people who have donated tonight, White Paint. So if you donated, like I even mentioned Laura. Like what do you want me to say? Like he said at the end of the show, what are we talking about here? It wasn't that great. Did he donate or not? Because he's like, yeah, I want you to read my donation. Well, what the fuck do you, or he's like, I'm never donating again. He didn't, what do you want me to say? Help me out here. Okay, so Tuesday donation apparently. So let's bring up the Tuesday donations. Why don't you just say that? So we have Mike O'Malley, no comment. Joanna, Marcy McDowell, Jess, Blarney Cated, Jesse, Suzanne's dog, 7 Pounder, JB. That's it. That's all that donated Tuesday. I don't see any. You're not on there, dude. I mean, you're coming on here and you're telling me, oh, I donated. You didn't read my comment. No, you didn't. You don't have any fucking donations on here. Okay, they're kidding. Okay, hilarious fucking joke. I mean, what is that? I scrolled past it. The fuck did I scroll past? I didn't scroll past anything. Where is White Paint? Did I really miss somebody called White Paint? No, wrong. I'm right. Marsha? She's Marsha. Why didn't you just fucking say that? You're like, I'm White Paint. Look for White Paint. Well, I don't fucking see. Okay, Marcy McDowell. Okay, Marcy says, there's a lot more in Aussie dollars. Thank you all. Thank you for always being brave enough to say what so many of us are thinking. Your number one fan from overseas. I read that the other night. I definitely read that the other night, didn't I? All right. Anyway, I'm done with that. Anybody else have any more questions? You're not a troll, Marcy? Why don't you just use your name then? I mean, I don't get it. Boy, did Brian really embarrass himself tonight. I think we can all agree on that. The guy who got shot in Chop Chaz is suing the police department for not responding to that. Good luck with that. How was Father's Day? It was great. Nice little relaxing day with the crotch fruits. Love Father's Day. Okay. Nothing on it. They didn't get back to me, man. Maybe Kylie killed that story. I don't know. All right. So if nobody has any more questions, I guess we'll call it a night. And we'll see you guys all this weekend for the live show. All right. Peace, Turtle Riders.